Hello everyone and welcome back to Tito's Kitchen Chronicles. On this video, I'll be teaching you guys how to make your own yam porridge. So let's get into it. So step 1 is to obviously get your ingredients. You'll need yam, which will already be chopped and washed. You'll need salt, you'll need sunflower oil. In that big bowl at the back, you've got stock, you've got your seasoning, you've got tomatoes, you've got tomato puree or just blended tomato if you don't have that. You need onions, 2 Maggi cubes, and some spring onions as well. So that is all the ingredients you'll need. But if you forget any of them as you're watching this video, don't worry because they will be in the description down below. So you could just go check after the video or as you're watching the video if you're cooking along with me, just so that you know you have everything that you need. So, after you've got all your ingredients, the first step that you need to do is obviously get a pot, and you're going to put the pot on a medium heat so that it's not too hot, not too cold. Then you're going to add in a decent amount of oil for the size of the pot you have, because everyone has different pots. Obviously, I use a large pot, so I need that amount of oil. But if you use a smaller one, you can adjust it so it's not too much oil. As you can see, that's just 1 piece of onion. So you're gonna put in your chopped onions, not your spring onions, just the normal ones. So you're gonna chop them beforehand. You can dice them if you want to, and then you just pour it in. You can pour it in all in one go, but obviously I did it in small portions so the oil didn't splash back up at me. But if you're not worried about that, you can just pour it all in. And this is what it should look like as the onions are getting more crispy. As you can see, I've just added in my sliced pepper, which you can use bell pepper or the long pepper. I don't really mind as long as it's a pepper. Put that in and then just stir it in until they're both equally mixed in. This is what it should be looking like. And then you pick up your Maggi and you just crumble it in your hand and over the top of the pot and just put it in. I got 2 packets of Maggi, which in total has 4 cubes. That's just because that's the amount of flavour I want in mine. If you don't want that much flavour, you can have 1. But yeah, and it's gonna stir it all together until it looks kind of like this. As you can see, it's all you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Anyway, so at this point, this is what it should be looking like. As you can see, I just keep on mixing it to make sure nothing's burning at the bottom of the pan. Pot. I'm just gonna keep on mixing it. This is me adding in the tomato puree. If you don't have tomato puree, I mentioned this at the start, you could just blend up some tomatoes. So yeah, I'm just gonna mix it in very well. Make sure that all the corners have been mixed. And you're just gonna keep on mixing everything because we need to make sure that nothing's more cooked than the other parts. Then you see me adding the crayfish. This is just crayfish that I've added in. Then you're gonna mix it in. As you can see, some of it is sticking to the sides of the pot. Make sure you scrape that down. I don't think you see me doing that, but make sure you do so you don't waste anything. Then this is the stock. So stock, basically, when you make chicken, when you take out the chicken from the pan that you used, there's gonna be some leftover water, kind of brownish water. You can actually save that and use that for different meals that we make on this channel, because we actually use it quite a lot. And this is what it should be looking like once it's boiling, I guess. And this is me just adding in the already chopped yam. It's been washed and chopped. If you want to learn how to do that, you can go and look at my yam and egg video, because I show you how to make yam. So this is, you just add it in. You can use a spoon if you want to. If you want to use your hands, make sure they're washed, because we don't want any cross-contamination. So then you're just gonna put it in and you're gonna stir it around. Make sure that when you're stirring it, you don't mush it. You kind of just stir it in a way. if you know what I mean, because it's like, if you mush it, it will become mushy, and then like, it won't be yam, it will be like something else. So make sure you're not like squishing it, like mushing it with a spoon, or just like circling round, like in a circling motion. As you can see, that's what I'm doing. I'm not like stamping it down, I'm kind of just like going in a circular motion and stirring the yam. Yeah. So this is what it looks like when it's like almost done. The stuff I'm going to show you next aren't like, you don't have to do them if you don't want to, but you can. So this is fish. I just put the fish in there, then I kind of like mixed it in. So I put two, I think they're called fillet fish, don't quote me on that, but I think it is. As you can see, I'm just mixing it in. If you don't like fish, or you just don't want the fish in this meal, you don't have to add it. It's just something I chose to do with my meal because I like fish. So this is spinach. So basically, I add that in with the spring onions, and you just mix that in. You have to add, the spring onion is part of the recipe, but the spinach is not. You don't have to add it if you don't want to. You could also use bay leaves. Did I say that right? Yeah, bay leaves. You can use that as well instead of spinach if you don't want spinach, but I just chose to use spinach. And this is what it looks like at the end, but in the pot. As you can see, it looks very nice, and this is the end result. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos. See you next time on Titi's Kitchen Chronicles.